odd confession of why I made these car racetrack shirts.
This is so embarrassing. You know, when you are old, when you hurt your lower back because you struggle to bend down and play with your kids. I always find myself moving around in different uncomfortable positions just to play with my kids. How did I get this old? Or maybe I have a really weak back. I don't know. I had an idea. I have seen this all over the internet and I think it's a brilliant idea. Look at these dads laying down and relaxing while the kids play cars on their backs. I decided to make a template. It has like a little heart. I just thought it was cute. Be sure to download my template below and let's get started.
You can make it black and white or in color.
For this project, I decided to use Cricut blank shirts. It's not required because you can actually use many different types of shirt. I will link down below alternatives if you don't want to use Cricut made blanks. I feel like not many people talk about this. This t-shirt measuring tool is so helpful because not all t-shirts are made in the same size. This pack that I purchased includes so many sizes from infants, toddlers, adults, and much more. If you're interested in making t-shirts, this is a must. So I like to double check my measurements by using a soft ruler. Is that what they call it? Let's see. A soft measuring tape. To double check and make sure I know where I'm going to place my design. I like to write everything down on a piece of paper just in case I forget the measurements, which that happens pretty often. I like to write measurements of how big I want my design according to the shirt. This is a unisex t-shirt for my husband. I wanted to make sure that it fits appropriately for him. If you're new to Cricut or vinyl cutting, you might get overwhelmed with so many different vinyls that is available on the market. Permanent vinyl, iron-on vinyl, and so much more. It can be intimidating, trust me, it's not that complicated. And once you figure it out, you will appreciate all the different designs that are available to you. Vinyl I'll be using for this project, Strong Bond iron-on vinyl. I love how easy it is to use the specific vinyl when making t-shirts. I am using a Cricut Maker 3 because it's the one I have, but you can use a Cricut Explorer 3, not Cricut Joy because it'll be too small for this project since this project requires 12 inches wide. Now that we have our vinyl and cutting machine ready, it is time to use our card track template. You will now go to Cricut Design Space. It is a software that is included with your Cricut. You will then save my card track templates. I included 4 different templates and they're all free. Just click the link below. These templates are the road track design that you will be ironing on your shirt. One of them is the car racetrack with everything in it, so all the little designs and items within the car racetrack. I also included a blank car racetrack for you that you can customize and personalize by placing different items wherever you'd like. You can move the mountains, the swing set, the lake, and much more. Feel free to get creative with this template. Also included a really cute Rad Dad logo that you can put in the front of the t-shirt if you like. Select your template and upload it to Cricut Design Space. Once you upload it to your canvas, you will go back and refer back to your notes and look at your measurements. Feel free to adjust it however you like according to what t-shirt you get. Once you have adjusted the measurements of your design, you will click on Make in Cricut Design Space. Then you will choose your mat size. This design is larger than 12 to 12 inches, so I will be using a mat that is 12 by 24 inches. This is very important. If you're doing an iron-on design, basically if you're making t-shirts with your Cricut, make sure you click on mirror or it just won't work out well for you. Trust me. You're going to take your Cricut mat to place your iron-on vinyl on top of it. When cutting iron-on vinyl, the shiny glossy side should be face down on the mat, so the matte non-shiny side of the vinyl will be facing you. You will then press continue. Choose iron-on vinyl on the screen as your material, and you're good to go. So this is the time where you get to sit back and relax and let your Cricut do its magic. Once your Cricut is done cutting your design, the next step is to weed your design. What is weeding? It is when you are removing areas of the vinyl that you don't need. Every vinyl is different. Some weed easier than others, but this specific one that I am using is the easiest to weed, which is so helpful. Personally, weeding is my favorite part of the project because there is something so satisfying when removing the excess vinyl you don't need. Depending on which template you chose to upload and cut, for example, if you chose a template that included every item in the car racetrack, Then you would just simply use one sheet of black iron-on vinyl. If you chose the customizable template with just the car racetrack, then feel free to use any color vinyl for the items. You can use blue vinyl for the lake or use green vinyl for the trees. It is yours to customize. I always keep scrap pieces for projects just like these. You never know when you need them. This is another trick that I really like to use when I make t-shirt designs. Once I weed out the design, I like to fold the design in half. Don't worry, this will not ruin the vinyl or anything like that. So you fold the design in half and then you place it on your t-shirt, and this will be a marker of if the design is centered with your t-shirt. Once you iron it on, the crease will be gone, and instead, you will have a centered design on your t-shirt. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any projects that you and I can do together. Join me next time for our next DIY project.